Pause for Peace, Gate A-4. A poem by Naomi Shihab Nye and a song by Alexandra Blakely that uplifts. I hope you enjoy this midweek pause for peace. Each Wednesday, I pair an image with a poem, a little something for your heart and your nervous system. This poem, long a favorite of mine, describes the world I'd love to live in, that we all could live in. Gate A-4, Naomi Shihab Nye. Wandering around the Albuquerque airport terminal, after learning my flight had been delayed 4 hours, I heard an announcement. If anyone in the vicinity of Gate A-4 understands any Arabic, please come to the gate immediately. Well, one pauses these days. Gate A-4 was my own gate. I went there. An older woman in full traditional Palestinian embroidered dress, just like my grandma wore, was crumpled to the floor, wailing. "Help," said the flight agent. "Talk to her. What is her problem? We told her the flight was going to be late, and she did this." I stooped to put my arm around the woman and spoke haltingly. "Shudawa, Shudbiduk Habiti." The minute she heard any words she knew, however poorly used, she stopped crying. She thought the flight had been canceled entirely. She needed to be in El Paso for major medical treatment the next day. I said, "No, we're fine. You'll get there, just later. Who is picking you up? Let's call him." We called her son. I spoke with him in English. I told him I would stay with his mother till we got on the plane and ride next to her. She talked to him. Then we called her other sons, just for the fun of it. Then we called my dad, and he and she spoke for a while in Arabic and found out, of course, they had 10 shared friends. Then I thought, just for the heck of it, why not call some Palestinian poets I know and let them chat with her? This all took up 2 hours. She was laughing a lot by then, telling of her life, patting my knee, answering questions. She had pulled a sack of homemade mamoul cookies, little powdered sugar crumbly mounds stuffed with dates and nuts, from her bag, and was offering them to all the women at the gate. To my amazement, not a single woman declined one. It was like a sacrament. The traveler from Argentina, the mom from California, the lovely woman from Laredo, we were all covered with the same powdered sugar and smiling. There is no better cookie. And then the airline broke out free apple juice from huge coolers, and 2 little girls from our flight ran around serving it, and they were covered with powdered sugar too. And I noticed my new best friend, by now we were holding hands, had a potted plant poking out of her bag, some medicinal thing with green furry leaves. Such an old country tradition. Always carry a plant, always stay rooted to somewhere. And I looked around that gate of late and weary ones, and I thought, this is the world I want to live in, the shared world. Not a single person in that gate, once the crying of confusion stopped, seemed apprehensive about any other person. They took the cookies. I wanted to hug all those other women too. This can still happen anywhere. Not everything is lost. Naomi Shihab Nye was born to a Palestinian father and an American mother, and grew up in Jerusalem and San Antonio. Her books of poetry include 19 Varieties of Gazelle, Poems of the Middle East, Amaze Me, Poems for Girls, Red Suitcase, Words Under the Words, and You and Yours. Gate A-4 is from Honeybee. And in the show notes, I will put a link to some wonderful music from Alexandra Blakely that reinforces the message. So I suggest you go to the show notes and listen. And remember, every time you click the heart, leave a comment, or share a post, you're making it easier for new readers to discover the writer's journey. And I invite you to join me next June in Santa Cruz, California, at a beautiful retreat center on the beach for 7 days of flourishing as we age. Learn to hold grief and gratitude simultaneously. The link will be in the show notes, and I'll be back with more next week.